Flensburg is actually off the beaten track, but I've given it enough to keep it happy, at least for a short while. They need that wood for... well, actually Flensburg needs a lot of stuff, but it's Stavanger that I'm trying to finish up here. Oh, look at that go. Do they have work yet? Yeah, they got work, they got houses, and now they're going to start getting population. But once the tavern is done, they'll start getting real population. Patrician's already popping up even though nobody lives there. I would like some security though, but I can only find one of these 12 people who are willing to work it. We were having such a nice time, but pirates did have to return eventually. Hunter, get on that. Holgersson. Your reign of terror is simply beginning. There we go. I mean, it's not really a reign of terror if he's bringing a Snickers to the fight. I think I had a good talk before about my feelings on mead in this game, but mead is very unnecessary. It's good for having those meals for the poor, and that's about it. As well as fulfilling Lord requests. But when you're looking to build up, it's more about the goods that have an actual purpose. That said though, I'd have a lot better a run if I had enough meat and enough beer, so strangely enough. I mean, Edinburgh should be bringing in tons of the beer. What I could do is actually have less of the smithing, since I know that we're going to have a ton of smithing going on in the centre, but Edinburgh already brings quite a few smithing to everything. So I'm more hesitant about that. Edinburgh's gone over the amount of people it's meant to have, unless they... No, they didn't build up a minister. They're just pulling some weird moves on me. Still, I do not have enough beer to keep everybody happy, but that's okay. Beer is something that we can happily underproduce. There's no big issue there, other than our inability to have meals for the poor. Yeah, we have some meat, some beer here. Neustadt is being invaded though because I cheesed off the Danes for too long. Probably telling them that their cheese was bad. So that's where I step in and I say, that's my money. Ka-ching. Always do that if you see somewhere that you are mayor of getting raided. Also, didn't I just kill you? He's an unknown pirate. The worst kind. I mean, you didn't even get back to Alberg. Why are you capping people, Jake? Because if I don't, the Lord's requests are going to get truly outrageous. They will ask for millions to increase their happiness, and their happiness will go down in a few days. So you can see why that might be a bit of a pickle. Alright, so there was a lot of attacks going on, even in my newly developed city. This is because I've been telling the Northern Kingdom to go and screw itself ever since they gave me the rights to Stavanger. Although I prefer the question, why are you busting a cap in people? That's better. Hunter 3 returns for once. Man, this isn't all. We have even more pirates. It's a criminally unfun game mechanic. There's a Mediterranean Patrician. Rise of Venice. Never played it though. So take what I say with I want that. Okay, and there's our other attack, but it was pirate from Ripon again. Why is Ripon causing so many issues for us? Charging us whenever where did he go? There he is. Thought he just disappeared. I was going to say pirates can do that, but maybe it's just been me being blind. Oh, you can't get there, of course. Get back to what you do then, and Auto Shitatsu Show, you get that. And that should be everything we need for the map. Yes, now if only I knew where that was. So ditch that metal and you're getting back to Bergen. Might actually be better if you just hang out in Stavanger actually. It's a bit closer to everything else. Oh, it's Stavanger. I've been saying and spelling it wrong my entire life. Oh well, story of my life. Harlem to Alwood, the Holy Dosh. Get back to it. Now I was saying there was a severe lack of... Well, I think we solved your wood woes, so get back to work. Because Boston now has way too much salt. Okay. The Visby to Alberg pitch one is an odd one. I would have thought we're creating plenty of pitch, but for some reason you disagree. I think it's because my pitch guy that goes around here already picks up too much. 65 wood is taken, so I'm actually going to drop this one down a bit to force them into there. And I would love to have a revolt in one of his businesses. I don't know how far that's going to spread, really, so I don't think I want to set the whole place on fire. Also, it's so expensive, it's unreal. Aarhus and their bricks. Yeah, you can keep going with that. And then there are the usuals. Alright, tavern will be done in 4 days, and then there's very little to worry about. Oh boy. More pirates. I mean, pirates are the commercial breaks to the Patrician gameplay. You're having fun, you're setting up incredibly lucrative trade deals, you're building cities, which is a bit of a drag, but we'll call that the friends of Patrician. But then come the pirates. You gotta stop what you're doing and go and deal with them. Not too fun. Didn't I already increase production of meat around here? Well, regardless, I'm going to drop those down and you're going to complain and you're going to be silent about it, so I'm going to save and reload my game because I hit the sound bug again. It's fine though, it doesn't really take much time, less than a minute, just to get things fired back up. Jake, arson can backfire, no pun intended. Yeah, I know, it can set fire to pretty much the entire city, or be caught, or set fire to your stuff, so risky. But I like risk. At least if you burn down the whole city, there's going to be a massive demand for clay and bricks. So it's not all bad. It doesn't cost money to rebuild, just resources. Now, Patty Fort, come back to us, will you? Whilst I pour myself a cup of victory. Because hot damn, this has been the real snowball episode. Finished off all the cities. I'm about to finish, or rather the next thing I have to do is set up my trade to include my new cities. And then the next thing is bringing everybody up to 10,000. Always looking on the bright side, Jake. Well, that's my secret to happiness. So many people focus on the downsides, not me. There's always good in the world. Cause a famine and revel. How about I cause you to go away? I'll give you money though. Just give me my land routes. Was it Mecklenburg as well? Has he finished his raiding? No. No, he's very, very angry. He's going to raid. Or something else. Right, Stavanger. Tavern. 2 more days. Is there anything else I have to worry about? I don't think so. Unless having too much money is a worry. So rich. I still want to establish myself in these cities, but I need those... oh damn, he's not doing the river cog because he doesn't have metal goods. And I'm having storage woes here because I overproduce metal. What a lovely problem to have, because that is going to go somewhere. However, Helsinki does have too many everything right now. There's a good way that I can deal with this, but it involves people mover. So I need this tavern to be finished. Grand. Set that tax. Give them some free money. And dump the people from People Mover. It's funny that you need a tavern to set people down in, but to be fair, that's how everybody should get acquainted with a new city. Now they do have jobs, right? Good. And they have salt for those jobs as well, which is doubly impressive. So, People Mover, away you go. You're going to go and probably abduct people from Helsinki. There we go with the pirate hideout. Jake, when you wanted the river cogs in Stockholm for getting into what? No, I built river cogs in Helsinki. Here they are. I'm not even sure if Stockholm has a large shipyard. They don't, they have a regular one. I should tell them to fix that. Get me a large... Oh man, I could tell them to do the wall instead. What do I not care about? Clay. Never have too much clay. 1, 2, 3. Looks like you go out a lot further. That's good. I wonder what happens if you push the building out here. What would happen when he tries to build his wall? I'm going to make a save and then find it really funny if it breaks everything. And this gives you an excellent opportunity to see this bug in action once more. So first off, you build some buildings like so. It doesn't necessarily have to be like this, but this is a good structure for it. Then you demolish a few buildings. Okay, it didn't work this time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. There's a bit of a knack to it. Right, that's it. There we go. That managed to do it. So we set this this road to go all the way out. You know it works because the road gets inexplicably shorter. So I'm going to build you right... What the fun? Okay, well, sure, go out there. Now, when he builds his wall, is it going to be wrapping around that or not? There's the question. In fact, why don't we have some real fun with it? I mean, let's be honest, none of these are actually going to be built. I just want to see what they do with the wall. Because the AI is the one doing it, not me. City wall will give them the usual fat sum of money. Not convinced that's going to be enough. There we go. They will almost certainly do the wall with that kind of money. So People Mover is still heading over to Helsinki. I drained the coffers here, right? Of course I did. I would never not. And that's kind of good because it means I can drain the people of Helsinki. And Stavanger, with its population, I can now apply for advancement and take the rest of the money for myself. Everybody wins, especially me. Oslo is in the midst of a drought, that's fine. Cheese. Helsinki was looted. Yeah, that's all fine. Not concerned about such minor affairs. And that was my Stockholm stuff, right? Yeah, those mead breweries have got to go. So, as I was saying, Helsinki produces way too much iron. Now, we will find a use for that later on, but for now I'm going to abduct these people, because Helsinki does just fine on its own. And I remember earlier saying, oh, we don't need all these people to be in Helsinki. Well, times are changing. And I'm taking these people. And to be honest, I should probably take that metal, since it's clogging up all the everything here. I'm going to drop you off there, and I'm also going to say that I need a lot more. Where is my held? No, that's the cheese, and cheese is not what's clogging everything up, it's the lack of metal. Hell to Aalborg. Metal tips matey only has 1,000. You clearly need more, so I'm going to organize you to have. Well, it would be ideal if we had more Hanseatic cogs, but we don't, so I'm going to give you some hulks instead, because hulks are pretty fast. Is that it though? The rest are so upgraded. I like the idea of having upgraded hulks for other things. But still, that should do. That'll up the speed at which those move along a lot faster. People Mover moves back, Hunter hunts. I mean, this one I don't mind so much, because at least I'm the one instigating this. Oh, can I get the killer movement? That's a 1. And that's a 2. Oh, clever bugger. It's like a movie, but still, they die. I get their goodies, and away we go. So did they build the wall? They did. I think he's very confused about the wall shape here. Wow, the clay pit's actually built. That's funny, but I'm still going to break them down, because I do not need them. That said, I don't know what I'm meant to produce here. I guess more wool, since we're short on that. And I don't want all my wool coming in from Haarlem. But Haarlem has to build something. Bit of a waste of money, sure, but I just wanted to experiment to see what would happen. And the answer is really not much. I need to keep this clay pit here if I want to keep that road going out there. And the answer is I don't really want the road, so away it goes. In fact, I don't really ask for a lot here. I don't even need these clay pits. whilst having lots of clay is nice. Not necessary right now, so let's just purge all those. I'll be dealing with Stockholm in the future. For now, I don't even want to have to think about it. Story of my life as ever. Right, 90% happiness for Danzig, but I don't think that'll be enough. And as for Mecklenburger man, he's oddly satisfied. Why? What did he do? I didn't even pay attention. But I'm happy enough if I can do that with him, because I still need these. Mecklenburg has not given me any of his land routes yet. And I have most of Pomerania's. That's good. When I can finish off Pomerania, then I can go and tell him what to do, which is go far away. Alright, back we go. I'm having that whilst I'm at it. I'm having that gold as well. Now, where was I meant to take these people? Aarhus could do with being bigger, because I'm always... Well, no, not short on this stuff anymore. Koenigsberg I've just kind of left to die. So maybe I should deal with them. Well, this iron can go to Aalborg at the very... No, I will go to Koenigsberg. Poor Koenigsberg doesn't get enough anything right now. Not even iron. I mean, I built all these buildings for it, and I've got all these wineries going, but not much else. So, here you go, have some people. Nearly 6.5 hours of Patrician 4 today. 6 hours 16 so far, and I'm not even fatigued, so we're going. Right, Flensburg. This is going to be where I get so many of my tools and pelts that I've been needing for a long time. But it's that time to do all the most exciting stuff. We're going to add Flensburg and we're going to add Stavanger to all of our trade routes right now. I know I can barely hold myself here in anticipation. I'll just have a quick drink first. Not only is this an opportunity to add these, well, not an opportunity, that's something we have to do, but it is an opportunity to go and make sure that all the trade routes I have going right now are functioning the way that I want them to. Jake's turned the Baltic coast into a bunch of Dutchmen and Finns. Well, at least it's half good. So, where do we start off? The beer, of course. Now, thankfully it's only adding one thing, and Stavanger should always go after Aalborg. Or before Aalborg. Depends where Aalborg is. Between Aalborg and Bergen, then, we should say. And then it just inherits, and we're good. I think I'll do the west before I deal with the center, because it's going to be too much back and forth for my head. Where am I at, though? That was the beer. Only one for beer? 2 do the center when it comes to beer, for whatever reason. Could probably simplify that one down to 1, but don't want to lose all those nicely trained captains I have. Alright, bricks to the west. We add Stavanger. And just like that. Wow, that's easy. Another one to the west. And another easy one. Wow, that's so easy. Cheese to the west. Oh wow, I like the way I have these set up. Even cloth goes to the west, but not a lot of it. There we go. Expeditionaries, Edinburgh with its beer. Fish. And I did set up a fish west. Although it's already ran out of fish when it gets to Edinburgh. Oh, that can't be right. It probably didn't pick up any fish in Aalborg because I keep hurting my fish production a lot. I can change that though because the brick and wood situation seems to have mellowed out quite a bit. Still though, Stavanger goes between these two places and it inherits. Okay, the grain train. Very important for keeping that starvation at bay. Remember, to prevent starvation, and unless you want to really dominate a place that's already built up, you do not want starvation. To prevent it, just bring grain and something else. You need two types of food to prevent starvation. Grain is the easiest one to make. The next easiest, I would say, is cheese. I almost ignored this. Right, hemp in the west has been a constant source of problems for me, but now with Stavanger added. And Stavanger, oh, I'm a bit lost here. Is it not fine where it is? Yeah, of course it is. How does one achieve a perfect Hansa, Jake? Every city will have its maximum amount of people. And really that's about it, because you need, well, I'm gonna have to make a spreadsheet for this, but I need to make sure that production and demand are all perfectly in sync. It's impossible to have perfect when you have things like infestation of rats and droughts which affect production, but within reason it'll be the same. The only things I will lack is spices, which have to be imported, and whatever I choose not to produce, it'll probably be clothes. My people will be naked. But we can get to that in the future. At least right now I gather up clothes. Because people's demands are slightly higher than their what they can produce. Tips, matey. Jeez. An important site for a new colony, but alright, so we do have honey flowing, it's more of a trickle right now. I would like it to be a bit better. But I did set up honey production now, so I just need to get that honey going. The hunters as usual. Meat to the center, meat to the west. Again, meat is hurting. Now this is troublesome because this is a lovely 20-day route. I'm going to up it to 23 days. Because I'm adding Stavanger and Bergen, even though they really don't need to be there. Metal to the west, it's been a problem for some time. And Stavanger's going to need metal if I'm producing goods there, which I have no plans to, but let's be pragmatic. Pitch to the west has always been disappointing. Salt though, salt needs to flow west and hard. And then there's bacon also doing the west here. That's pretty weird. Aalborg, Bergen, but Stavanger between them, and good. Daiken Kai also does the west, man. Can't blame myself for this one though. The need for salt is dire. Without salt, there can be no life. Remember that. I could consider elaborating on the spice trade of Failure 1X, because he has been honestly failing me pretty hard for a while. tools to the west. Also Stavanger.